At some point after midnight, something strange happens. You're lying still. Your body feels heavy. The day is over, but your mind suddenly feels louder. Thoughts you ignored all day show up at once. Memories replay with uncomfortable clarity. Small worries feel serious, big questions feel urgent, and the most unsettling part is this: nothing bad is actually happening. No danger, no emergency, no real threat. So why does your brain feel like it's on high alert? Here's the truth most people never hear. What your brain does after midnight is not rest. It only looks like rest from the outside. Inside, your brain has switched into a completely different mode. It's after midnight. The world has slowed down. Messages have stopped. Streets are quiet. Lights are off. Your body is tired. Your eyes are heavy. Your muscles are ready to shut down. But your brain doesn't follow your body's lead. Instead of going silent, it turns inward. Thoughts begin to drift without direction. Old conversations replay themselves. Future scenarios start forming. Emotions feel closer to the surface. This moment feels confusing because it resembles rest. You're not moving. You're not working. You're not doing anything productive. But neurologically, your brain is very active, just not in the way you expect. During the day, your brain operates in an outward-facing mode. It filters information, suppresses irrelevant emotions, focuses on tasks, decisions, and social cues. This allows you to function. But this system is expensive. Every decision, every interaction, every moment of self-control consumes energy. As the day progresses, that energy declines. By midnight, your brain can no longer maintain the same level of regulation, so it changes strategy. Instead of managing the external world, it turns its attention inward. This activates a group of brain systems often referred to as the default mode network. This network handles self-reflection, memory integration, emotional processing, narrative construction. During the day, it stays mostly suppressed. After midnight, it takes over. This is why your thoughts become personal. You stop thinking about what to do and start thinking about who you are. Another major change after midnight is the loss of cognitive filtering. During the day, the prefrontal cortex acts like a moderator. It questions extreme thoughts, keeps emotions proportional, and creates psychological distance. But this system is highly sensitive to fatigue. Late at night, it becomes less effective. Not broken, just tired. As a result, thoughts arrive unedited. Emotions feel raw. Memories feel vivid. Concerns feel urgent. A minor worry turns into a major problem. A passing thought turns into a conclusion. Nothing objectively changed. Only the brain's ability to regulate did. Chemistry plays a critical role here. After midnight, melatonin levels rise, serotonin decreases, glucose availability in the brain drops. This combination reduces emotional resilience. Your brain becomes more sensitive to negative interpretations and less capable of reframing them. That's why late-night thoughts feel convincing. Your brain isn't finding new truths, it's processing old material while tired and under-resourced. Memory integration also intensifies after midnight. Throughout the day, your brain collects experiences, but it doesn't fully process them in real time. Late at night, it begins connecting memories with emotion. This is essential for learning and identity formation. But when experiences remain unresolved, the process becomes chaotic. Your brain revisits unfinished moments, not because they matter more, but because they lack closure. The brain is designed to complete loops. Modern life leaves many open. Unanswered messages, unfinished tasks, unspoken emotions. After midnight, your brain tries to close these loops internally. But without action, closure doesn't happen. So thoughts repeat, the same memory, the same question, the same scenario. This repetition feels like obsession, but it's actually the brain doing unfinished work. Another function that activates strongly after midnight is simulation. At this hour, action is impossible. You can't fix problems, you can't get feedback, you can't change outcomes. The brain dislikes inactivity, so instead of acting, it simulates. It imagines conversations, predicts outcomes, rewrites the past, anticipates the future. This ability once had survival value. In early human environments, nighttime reflection prepared individuals for action at dawn, but modern life delays action indefinitely, so simulations keep running without release. This creates a sensation of being mentally trapped. Fatigue also affects certainty. Late at night, cognitive flexibility decreases. Your ability to see nuance weakens. Thoughts become rigid. This will never change. This always happens. This means something is wrong with me. These thoughts feel true, not because they are accurate, but because the brain lacks energy to challenge them. Fatigue creates conviction. This is why decisions made after midnight often feel wrong the next day. The brain wasn't clearer, it was exhausted. Artificial light intensifies all of this. Screens delay melatonin release. Notifications stimulate dopamine. Your brain receives conflicting signals. It's dark, but not dark enough. Quiet, but not silent. So instead of transitioning into sleep, the brain remains half engaged. Not awake enough to act, not asleep enough to recover. This is the most unstable mental state, and it's often mistaken for deep thinking. The real problem isn't that your brain is active after midnight. The problem is misunderstanding what kind of activity it is. This is not insight, not clarity, not wisdom. And it is definitely not rest. It is a tired brain processing unresolved material without regulation. When you believe every thought produced in this state, you confuse fatigue-driven noise for truth. The instinctive response is to fight these thoughts, to distract yourself, to scroll, to force sleep. But resistance often increases arousal. A more effective response is recognition. Understanding that these thoughts are state-dependent. They belong to a tired nervous system, not objective reality. You don't need to solve them now. You don't need to answer them now. You need to signal safety. For the brain, safety is not logical, it's physical. Slow breathing, longer exhales, reduced stimulation, a sense of weight and stillness. These signals tell the nervous system that the workday is over. Peace at night is not about silencing the mind. It's about changing your relationship to its activity. Thoughts can appear without permission, but belief is optional. You can notice a thought without following it, feel discomfort without amplifying it. This is not suppression, it's orientation. Your brain after midnight is not broken, it's ancient. It evolved for a world where night meant darkness, silence, and closure. Modern life removed those boundaries, so the brain keeps working, even when rest is needed. Understanding this doesn't stop late-night thoughts from appearing, but it takes away their authority. The night becomes less threatening, not because the thoughts disappear, but because you recognize them for what they are. Not truth, not danger, not rest. Just a tired brain, finishing its work in the dark.